Get the fuck out of my house! Anyways, hey guys, it's me, Radiant Plays, or Rads, and it has been a little bit since I've talked face to face with you guys, you know? The past 2 months have been pure just Tungsten SMP content, you know? In this character, you know, and I haven't really been able to, talk to you guys, and, that's what this video is for. I mean, you have seen the title and the thumbnail. I don't think the thumbnail does much, but you've seen the title, and that's the important part. Anyways, I wanted to make this video to talk about everything before Tungsten SMP ends, because it is coming to an end, and I'm pretty sure you can just tell by watching the video, so I'm not ruining anything or saying anything. It is coming to an end, because, things are starting to wrap up, the story is starting to increase, and things are changing, so I'm not going to say how much more episodes are left, or how much more story there's going to be, but I can tell you that it could wrap up soon. And I don't know how soon. It could be a week, or it could be 5, or it could be a month. I don't know how soon is soon, but yes, it has been a bit. But I want to talk about a couple of things about the Tungsten SMP that I feel like I just need to bring up, because, I originally have redone this video about 5 times, but I keep bringing up irrelevant stuff, and this time I'm only going to bring up relevant stuff. So I've been writing a list, and it's a lot, So that's why I'm just going to be doing the important things. One of the first things I want to talk about is the entire story of Tungsten, like how has it been going, Originally, it's the first story-based, I guess, SMP I've been in. I mean, it's been a really big one, and I never really expected to be in a story-based thing like this, but that's the reason this entire account exists in the first place. I'm not gonna get into the past or anything. That's for another video. Okay, so maybe 50 subscribers and I'll talk about my past. But anyways, like I was getting back to the story of it, everybody has their own side plots. Technically I am the main character of the season, since I was chosen last season in Wild Cards Remastered. I'm a main character. It's very nice. I do plan on adding some own personal lore that is out of the world of Tungsten. It won't make sense what I'm saying now, but once it happens, then it will make sense. It'll probably happen by next episode. I don't really want to talk about the ending of the last episode, since it just bringing it up could say some things, but just know, yeah, I'm not bringing up the next ending of the last episode. Go watch it if you want, if you haven't. I don't really know how many people truly watch my videos, because I do know most of the members, people you see in the videos, I know they do watch my videos. They've talked about it. Sometimes they just consciously know. What's that? I didn't build that, I swear. Anyways, back I was saying, a lot of them, they do watch these videos, and I don't know how many people are going to be watching this video, they could be watching right now. I know you haven't liked. I see it. It's not white. Why haven't you liked? I spend hours editing these videos, and you know how long it took to edit Tungsten Episode 8? Not a single like. So, I would appreciate a like every now and then. Yeah? Fair? Agreed. Do it. Anyways, sorry about that. That was my dog, cat, armadillo. Sorry. I mean, oh, what am I talking about? Anyways, talking more so about the story of it. It's like everybody's been really creative with their own versions of the story and how it's working for them, There's only been really like 2 other content creators, I could say, that make the content of Tungsten, and they're consistent, you know what I mean? There was another one, but like things happened. So either way, I don't mind. It's a great story, and especially from my point of view. Next thing I'm going to talk about, I'm just saying the most important things that can come to mind, because if they really are important, then I'll remember them. So next thing, the next season of Tungsten. Well, not exactly another season of Tungsten, but it's going to be another season in general for our community. I'm not sure what to call our community, because we change names every 2 months. There is going to be another season, and there will continue to be more seasons for a while. Shut up, dude. Oh my god. There will continue to be a lot of seasons for a while, There will continue to be a lot of seasons for a while, and we're just, I don't know if they're going to be, if this next one's going to be story-based, because turns out, Karab, but he won the main character vote, and that's very nice, very cool, and I'm proud. I'm proud of him. It's great. I have heard a little bit about what the next season's going to be. Obviously, no spoilers or anything, but I think I've even seen a couple of things for the next season. I'm already planning what my next character is going to look like, because technically the one I'm wearing now was for Tungsten. Zombie World. The mask is sorry, the mask. This is my face. This is the one. Real ones remember the one from the first season, and I'm not talking about Wildcards Remastered, the very first one. Oh my! Basically, next season, I don't know if it's going to be story based again, or if it's just going to be something where we're conscious. You know what I mean? Like, Wildcards Remastered. I was talking to you guys, the viewer, like I am talking now, but I don't know if the next one's going to be like the one Tungsten was. Where it's a story based one. I don't know. So, do it one more time. Do it one more time. Do it. But yeah, no, next season's going to be interesting from what I've heard. And I don't know if it's going to be better, but it shouldn't be bad, basically, from what I've heard. You know? Hopefully it's not with guns again, because, dude, guns screw me over in Tungsten, because I have my left and right mouse click switched, basically. Like, most people would attack with their left click, I'm pretty sure, but I attack with my right click, I switched it because, it's just more comfortable for me, but most gun mods, they just assume that, oh, everybody uses left click and right click the normal way, you know what I mean? You guys stay. Oh, I want to talk about the quality. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've increased a little bit of the quality in videos. I've hopefully it's been looking better, because here's a picture from the first episode of Tungsten, and then here's the latest photo. It's good looking. It's better. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I've also managed to cut out my audio. You can hear my background noises sometimes. My chair squeaking, my chair squeaking, and it's annoying. But I cut it out. It should be hard quality now. This is I've made a lot of mistakes during Tungsten. Video quality, acting. It's a lot concerning. Yeah. Oh, another thing I want to talk about my PvP. I have been told that I suck at PvP. In fact, I have been on Darley's live streams before, practicing PvP. I just feel like none of that really matters when it comes to the world of Tungsten, because people are just going to shoot you with guns anyways, because, like, who uses melee attacks in Tungsten in the Big 25, am I right? Either way, yeah, I feel like all that training's not really useful. And even then, I feel like I could have, even in the last episode, I didn't fight the best. I could have fought better, I definitely could have, but another thing I want to bring up is this world Tungsten is. It's more of a, it's a story based thing. Like you said, we act like it's real, and all of it. But point being is we can also the story has to be pushed in some ways, for it to make sense. I know the next season isn't going to be like that, but some things have to be changed in certain ways. And it's not that like I don't like that or anything, but I feel like it's more so it's complicated sometimes, you know what I mean? And I'm glad that's not going to be more of a big thing in the next one. But I didn't hate this one either, you know what I mean? But either way, it was interesting. Some things are scripted into certain ways, but we also get freedom. We get freedom, and sometimes one of us has to die, just by the story. I sucked at a lot of the things in Tungsten, and I wish I could have been better, especially since I was the main character. But I'm not. Next season, I won't be. I don't know if I'll get main character again. It would be cool to get it again, of course, but it's also stressful sometimes, because you have to pick a whole new theme and stuff, and it's just it's a lot. You know what I mean? Either way. Anyways, like I said, next season, all that, it's gonna be different than this, and that's very nice. There was a lot more things I did want to talk about, but I feel like I only want to bring up the important parts. Yeah, safe to say. I don't feel like my character has been the best in Tungsten, and I want to sincerely apologize for this. Like I said, the quality's been increasing, and I've been doing better as the episodes come, and I've learned a lot. Which unfortunately, I can't just redo the entire series with all these things that I've learned. So rest assured, if the next season's a story-based thing also, then I'll be better in that. If not, or if it's some quality things I need to fix, then I'll do that too. I do have a special, unrelated, by the way, to all of this, Tungsten and whatnot. I have a special surprise coming sometime soon. Don't know how soon. Probably by next month after July. I forget which month it was. It August after July? Yeah, it's August. But probably sometime in August I have a surprise coming. All right. So yeah. Anyways, back to Tungsten. I am excited for next season. It is going to be very nice. Especially since how do I say this? In some way, by my own choosing, and it'll make sense, like I said later. It kind of connects to what I said earlier, if you know what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna add some more personal lore things, in it. If regardless if it's a story-based thing or if it's not, it's gonna connect in some way to Tungsten. Not like directly, It doesn't make sense now, but like I said, it'll make sense in the final episodes of Tungsten. It will. All right. So just trust me, okay? Trust me on this. Don't give up on me, please. But that's about everything I have. I don't really think I have anything else to say. Obviously, if any questions, free. I don't know. Like only my friends really comment on my videos, but that's cool too. There's one escaping. But that's fine too. I feel like I've had a really fun time on Tungsten, and I hope I will continue to have more in the next season. Anyways, it has been fun. I haven't got to do this in a long time, but fans, lads, it's been me, Rads, and I hope you enjoy this ranting session. Anything or whatever can be asked or something like that. But I am very much ready for whatever has to come after Tungsten, and even for the rest of Tungsten, I am ready. So, yes. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you continue to have a great day, great night, or whatever. And so, yes. Radiant Plays out.